Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could strum along with a song called Cry With You by Hunter Hayes. And we end up capoing this on 5th fret to kind of match the recording board and start on an A minor chord, and we play A minor. First finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger goes to the D string on the 2nd fret, and third finger goes to the G string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the A minor on our intro, we're going to be going to an F major chord. If you know the bar F major, we'll talk about an easy way to play that in a moment. But you do your first finger across the entire 1st fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret, and the pinky on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major bar chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now a good substitute for that is something called F major 7. When you play F major 7, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, and third finger on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the F, we're going to be going to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger stays on the B string 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C major, we're going to be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, third finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And on our intro, we're just going to kind of be working that chord progression of kind of A minor, F, C, G major. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the A minor and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through our intro progression. We'd have A minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up. And then from there we'll be going into our verse. And our verse is kind of a little variation on that, where we start on the A minor, and then we go to F, and then we go to C, and then we do our G major chord, and you'll kind of hear this little push to an E minor chord. When you play E minor, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger goes to the D on the 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. So it's a little weird on that G chord. You may want to do kind of a down, down, up, and then hit the E minor for the last down up of the strum pattern. So you'd have G, down, up, E minor, down, up. So we tried that through our verse. We'd have A minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, E minor, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, E minor, down, up. And then from there, we'd be going into our pre-chorus, and our pre-chorus kind of does that same idea of that E minor push between F's and G's. So we'd have F, down, up, E minor with a down, up, G, down, up, E minor, down, up, F, down, up, E minor, down, up, and then we got kind of a big push on a G. And in the first pre-chorus, you may want to do kind of 5 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that hit, and later on you may want to do 8. It's kind of a big push on the G chord. And then from there, we go into our chorus part, and our chorus is kind of a little variation of what we've been talking about. So we have C, down, up, G, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, A minor, down, up. It's kind of this big F push on. It's kind of this big F push on the end of that first chorus. And then from there, we're going to be mixing up a lot of those things that we've been talking about. Now the weird part is, to play along with Hunter Hayes, though, instead of starting on an A minor chord, he's starting on a D minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, then now your A minor is really a D minor chord, your F is really a B flat major chord, your C is really an F major chord, and your G major is really a C major chord. But to take it from the very beginning, we could kind of start off with that intro with the A minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up. And then from there, we'll be going into our verse part. So we have our A minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, E minor, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, E minor, down, up. And then from there, we'll be going into our pre-chorus part. So we have our F, down, up, E minor, down, up, G, down, up, E minor, down, up, F, down, up, E minor, down, up, G, down, 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 down. It's kind of that push, and you may want to kind of kill the strings with the right hand. And then from there, we'll be going into our chorus part. So we have our C, down, up, G, down, up, A minor, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, A minor, down, down, become a big F. And then we pick it back up on kind of a chorus tag that's that same progression of the C, down, up, G, down, up, A minor, down, up, F, down, up. And then from there, we'll be going into our next verse. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song was bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the A minor, you'd have the A string for your bass. On the F bar, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the F major 7, you'd have the D for the bass, down, up, down. And on the C, you'd have the A string for the bass. On the G, you'd have the low E string for the bass. And on the E minor, we'd have the low E string for the bass. So we tried adding bass notes to that next verse. We'd have A minor with an A bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, E minor, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, C with an A bass, down, G with low E bass, down, E minor, down, and then from there, we'll be going into our next pre-chorus. So we try adding basses to our pre-chorus. We'd have F with the bass, down, up, E minor, down, up, G with low E bass, down, up, E minor, down, up, F with the bass, down, up, E minor, down, up, and then we may want to kind of do that 8 push for the G. And then from there, we'd be going into our next chorus. So we tried adding basses to our chorus. We'd have C with an A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, down, and then from there, we go into a solo part that's a lot like kind of mixing up some things that we talked about. So you have C with an A bass, down, down, oh, and there's a couple cool bass notes through this. On the one of the G's, the first G we hit, you may want to use the A string for your bass note. It's almost like a G/B or a G major chord with an A in the bass, or with a B note in the bass, but it's on the A string. And randomly, there's also this cool change to something called a C/G, where on the C chord, if you took your third finger and went to the low E string on the 3rd fret, and took the pinky for the A string on the 3rd fret, that's called a C/G, because you got a G note in the bass on a C chord. So you may want to use that for your basses on the solo part. So you'd have C with an A bass, down, down, G/B, down, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, down, C/G, down, down, then G, down, E minor, the down, and then from there, we go into our bridge part, which is kind of a variation on our pre-chorus, where we got the F with the bass, down, E minor, down, G with low E bass, down, E minor, down, F with the bass, down, down, then kind of a big F. And then from there, we go into kind of our last chorus, and you can hear a lot of those G/B's we were talking about, where you do the G chord with the A string for the bass. So we try our last chorus with basses, we got C with an A bass down, up, down, G slash B with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, F with a bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, G slash B with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, and then we kind of do an F with a bass down, a G with a bass down, kind of lead into the last part of that chorus where we do an A minor, and then we kind of have a big push on the F, and then you may want to kind of do that A down idea, kind of on that F right after, and kind of a big push into our outro part. And on our outro, then we got the C with an A bass down, up, down, G with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, F with a bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, G slash B with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, E minor with a down, up, and then kind of F with the kind of two downs at the very, very end. But that's the basics of how you could strum along with Cry With You by Hunter Hayes. So good luck!